that I have made a very conscious effort to not discuss Taylor and Travis on this podcast because AI, quite frankly, tabloids and news outlets like to post only the quotes that they grab from whatever I say in reference to them.
So, what actually happened when Taylor Swift saw Kylie Kelce's podcast comments pop up on her phone while she was literally in the kitchen with Travis? Sounds like the start of a rom-com, right? But this wasn't just another moment of celebrity gossip. It turned into a surprisingly real interaction that revealed more about how Taylor deals with family drama than any tabloid could. Stick around, because the kitchen might just be where Taylor showed us what kind of sister-in-law she's going to be. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Imagine being one of the most famous artists on the planet, and instead of learning the latest news about yourself from a manager or a headline, it randomly pops up on your phone while you're just standing in the kitchen.
People do not realize that you at home, you have your family, and in your family, you might have a brother-in-law and they might be dating someone. You might have a soon-to-be sister-in-law. And so I don't need to come out here and make statements when I already talked to them. You see what I'm saying? But you have a relationship personally with them that no one else is involved in because it's your relationship. I don't need you to clickbait my I don't need you to take my comments and try and dissect it.
That's exactly the kind of odd little moment that played out for Taylor Swift. She wasn't scrolling, she wasn't on Twitter, she wasn't chasing gossip. She was simply hanging out with Travis Kelce, probably debating what to eat, when a notification barged into their evening like the most uninvited guest imaginable. There's something almost funny about the idea of a push alert sneaking into the life of someone whose name is usually the news, not something she finds out secondhand. Picture it, the two of them in the kitchen, phones on the counter, trying to live ordinary lives. For once, no glam squad, no cameras, no charts to worry about. Just Taylor and Travis, acting very much like any other couple rifling through snacks on a weeknight.
I think it goes without being said. I am so incredibly happy for them. We are so excited that they are taking this next step. The girls are so excited to get another aunt. But it's our private relationship. So that's my brother-in-law, Travis, and my soon-to-be sister-in-law, Taylor. I am so truly happy for them, and I feel so grateful that we get to welcome Taylor into our family in a more official capacity. And so I don't need to talk about them all the time. Our relationship is private between us.
You can almost hear the hum of the fridge in the background while one of them checks if there's anything decent left in the cupboard. In that ordinary silence, a single buzz on a phone suddenly turned the room into a headline factory. That's how strange the fame bubble is. You think you've managed to escape it in your own home, but even here, the internet finds a way inside. Now here's where things get more awkward. This wasn't the first notification of the day. Just hours before, there had been a bogus story buzzing online saying Taylor and Travis had donated $350,000 to support Charlie Kirk's family. It spread fast enough to make it look serious, even though it wasn't. And it didn't just misreport them, it painted the couple as political players when neither had been doing anything of the sort. Imagine making guacamole and suddenly people think you're making campaign contributions. That's the kind of absurd mess they were having to tune out. So when the next alert pinged, you'd expect it to be more of the same kind of chaos. Except this one wasn't political mud at all. It was Kylie Kelce's podcast. That little rectangle of text on the phone screen announced that Kylie had gone on record explaining why she hadn't yet posted a public message about the big events swirling around. Her words were plain. She didn't feel like broadcasting congratulations because that kind of thing happened in private anyway. She'd already spoken to the family, so what would be the point of another post for strangers? And coming from someone related to the Kelces, this message stood out. In a world where relatives of celebrities sometimes seem more eager to show their connection online than in real life, Kylie flatly said she doesn't play that game. What makes this funnier is the context. Taylor has built an empire on carefully chosen public statements. Every caption, every lyric, every award show moment, those are usually deliberate. And now, instead of finding out through some carefully directed channel, here she was squinting at her phone in the kitchen because a random push notification told her that her future sister-in-law had basically said, "I don't need to post about them." The queen of PR getting interrupted by such a blunt take adds an ironic twist. You can almost picture her with a spoon still in her hand, reading the screen twice to make sure she understood it right, while Travis tries to figure out what all the fuss is. What people forget is, this actually makes these celebs look normal. Taylor didn't have her phone glued to her hand, obsessively tracking commentary. She wasn't locked in a media war room, feeding on every rumor in real time. She was literally out of the loop until the loop showed up uninvited. As much as the tabloids like to present her as the mastermind of her own narrative, this anecdote shows she still gets caught off guard and blindsided by the internet like the rest of us. A rare case of fame being annoying in the exact same way everyday life can be. Now, when word gets around about a podcast comment, the expectation is immediate drama. People assume there would be snark, a rebuttal, maybe even a social media back and forth. Instead, Taylor reportedly gave the calmest, shortest reply possible. She didn't tear into the idea. She didn't craft paragraphs of spin. She just said the words, "very true." That's it. She basically confirmed Kylie was right and signaled total respect for her boundary. By doing that, she cut off any chance for a sibling-style feud taking over the tabloids. It's almost the opposite of what people wanted. A non-story that quietly became more interesting than any feud would. Because that tiny phrase, "very true," wasn't just politeness. It showed Taylor understood that not every show of love or loyalty has to be public. And in approving Kylie's approach, she revealed far more about her place in the Kelce circle than any Instagram statement ever could. That tiny kitchen ping wasn't just gossip. It showed Taylor isn't circling Travis from the outside. She's stepping right into the Kelce family. By backing Kylie's way of keeping things private, she proves she values connection more than performance. Most stars grab every chance to tighten control of their own story, but Taylor didn't fight for the spotlight here. She handed it back calmly. That little "very true" told everyone she respects Kylie and the family first. Next time your phone buzzes with random news, remember even the biggest names get blindsided by everyday alerts in the most normal spots.